Hello and welcome to this English learning lecture. How can you start speaking English confidently without feeling stuck or hesitating in your mind every time you try to form a sentence? Today we are going to explore one of the most important skills in English speaking, and that is how to speak English without hesitation. Many learners understand grammar, many learners know vocabulary, but when it comes to speaking, they suddenly stop, they think too much, they translate in their mind, and they lose confidence. This lecture will help you break that mental barrier step by step in a simple and natural way so you can speak English smoothly in real-life conversations, interviews, meetings, and daily communication. Before we begin, understand one important truth. Hesitation is not a language problem, it is a thinking problem. You already know more English than you think. The real issue is that your brain is trying to process everything perfectly before speaking. Native speakers do not think like this. They speak first and adjust later. Your goal is to train your brain to think in English, not translate into English. Now let us understand the core idea of speaking without hesitation through 5 powerful concepts or words that will guide your learning journey. These words are confidence, fluency, practice, hesitation, and pronunciation. Each of these plays a key role in your speaking ability. Let us begin with the first word, which is confidence. Confidence means believing in your ability to speak even if you make mistakes. Confidence is the foundation of speaking English without hesitation. If you are not confident, even simple sentences will feel difficult. But if you are confident, even complex ideas will come out naturally. Now let us understand how this word is used in real-life situations with 5 examples. First example. I speak English with confidence in front of my classmates. Second example. She gained confidence after practicing speaking every day. Third example. He lost confidence when someone corrected his grammar harshly. Fourth example. You need confidence to speak without fear in interviews. Fifth example. They showed confidence while presenting their project in English. When you observe these examples, you can see that confidence is not about perfection, it is about courage. You may not be perfect, but you must be willing to speak. Now let us move to the second important word, which is fluency. Fluency means the ability to speak smoothly without stopping too much. It does not mean speaking fast. It means speaking continuously with natural flow. Many learners think fluency means speaking like a native speaker, but actually fluency means expressing your thoughts clearly without long pauses. Now let us see 5 examples of fluency in real-life usage. First example. Her fluency in English improved after 6 months of daily speaking practice. Second example. He is working on fluency by speaking in English every morning. Third example. Fluency comes when you stop translating in your mind. Fourth example. The teacher praised his fluency during the speaking test. Fifth example. You can develop fluency by thinking directly in English. Fluency is not something that happens overnight. It is a result of consistent speaking practice and mental training. If you want to remove hesitation, fluency is your main target. Now let us move to the third word, which is practice. Practice means repeating something again and again until it becomes natural. In English speaking, practice is the most powerful tool. Without practice, confidence and fluency cannot grow. Many learners watch videos and read books, but they do not speak. That is why they stay stuck. Let us understand practice with 5 examples. First example. Daily practice helped him speak English without hesitation. Second example. She improved her speaking skills through consistent practice. Third example. Practice in front of a mirror is very useful for beginners. Fourth example. Without practice, you cannot achieve fluency in English. Fifth example. Group practice sessions make speaking more comfortable. Practice is the bridge between knowledge and real speaking ability. Every time you practice, your brain becomes faster at forming sentences. Now let us talk about the fourth word, which is hesitation. Hesitation is the main problem we are trying to solve today. Hesitation means stopping, doubting, or feeling unsure while speaking. It happens when you are afraid of making mistakes or when you try to translate your thoughts from your native language into English. Let us understand hesitation with 5 examples. First example. His hesitation disappeared after he started speaking daily. Second example. She speaks slowly because of hesitation in her mind. Third example. Hesitation often comes when you think too much about grammar. Fourth example. You can reduce hesitation by practicing simple sentences. Fifth example. The fear of mistakes creates hesitation in speaking. Hesitation is not permanent. It is just a habit of the mind. And every habit can be changed with practice and exposure. Now let us move to the fifth and final word, which is pronunciation. Pronunciation means how you say words correctly and clearly. Good pronunciation helps others understand you easily, and it also increases your confidence. Many learners hesitate because they are afraid of mispronouncing words. But pronunciation improves only when you speak regularly. Let us see 5 examples of pronunciation usage. First example. His pronunciation became clearer after listening to English podcasts daily. Second example. She practices pronunciation by repeating sentences loudly. Third example. Good pronunciation helps reduce communication problems. Fourth example. Teachers focus on pronunciation during speaking lessons. Fifth example. You do not need perfect pronunciation to start speaking English. Now that we understand these 5 important words, let us connect everything together into a complete speaking strategy. If you want to speak English without hesitation, you must build confidence first. Confidence gives you courage to speak even when you are unsure. Then you must focus on fluency so your speech becomes smooth and continuous. After that, you must practice daily because practice strengthens your brain's speaking ability. At the same time, you must reduce hesitation by accepting that mistakes are normal. Finally, you must improve pronunciation so your speech becomes clear and understandable. Now let us go deeper into the mindset that removes hesitation completely. One of the biggest reasons learners hesitate is fear of judgment. They think people will laugh at them or correct them. But you must understand that every fluent speaker was once a beginner. No one was born speaking English perfectly. Even native speakers make mistakes in communication. Another reason for hesitation is overthinking. When you try to build perfect sentences in your mind before speaking, you slow yourself down. Instead, you should start speaking simple sentences. Short and clear sentences are better than long and complicated ones. For example, instead of thinking I would like to go to the market to purchase some items, you can simply say I want to go to the market. This reduces pressure and builds fluency. Now let us talk about a powerful speaking technique called thinking in English. Thinking in English means you stop translating from your native language. Instead, you directly think in English words and sentences. This may feel difficult at first, but with practice it becomes natural. For example, when you see a chair, instead of thinking the word in your language, you directly think chair. When you want water, you directly think I need water. This habit slowly removes hesitation because your brain becomes faster in English communication. Another important method is shadowing practice. This means listening to a native speaker or an English audio and repeating exactly what you hear. This improves pronunciation, fluency, and confidence together. It trains your mouth and brain to work in English rhythm. Now let us discuss daily habits that can help you remove hesitation. First habit is speaking for 5 minutes daily in front of a mirror. This builds self-confidence and reduces fear. Second habit is reading simple English sentences aloud. This improves pronunciation and fluency. Third habit is describing your daily routine in English. For example, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I go to work or study. Fourth habit is learning small phrases instead of long vocabulary lists. Phrases are more useful in real speaking situations. Fifth habit is recording your voice and listening to it. This helps you identify mistakes and improve naturally. Now let us imagine a real-life situation where you have to speak English. Maybe you are in an interview. If you hesitate, you lose confidence and your answers become unclear. But if you practice regularly, you will answer smoothly without thinking too much. That is the power of preparation. Another situation is traveling. When you go to another country or meet English speakers, hesitation can stop you from asking simple questions. But if you train your mind, you can easily ask, where is the station? How much is the price? Or can you help me? Now let us talk about motivation. Motivation is important, but consistency is more important. Many learners start with high motivation but stop after a few days. Real improvement comes when you continue even when you do not feel like practicing. Remember this simple idea. Small practice every day is better than long practice once a week. Now let us bring everything together one more time in a simple summary style. Confidence gives you courage. Fluency gives you flow. Practice gives you strength. Hesitation slows you down. Pronunciation gives you clarity. When you combine all these 5 elements, you become a natural English speaker. Finally, I want you to remember that speaking English without hesitation is not a talent, it is a skill. And every skill can be learned. You just need patience, daily practice, and a positive mindset. So start today, speak today, make mistakes today, and improve every single day. Thank you for listening to this lecture, and now I want to ask you one final question.
Are you ready to stop hesitating and start speaking English with confidence from today?